Good evening. I'm Bruce Cantor. I live in the Browndale neighborhood of St. Louis Park. I practice as a pediatrician here, St. Louis Park. I've been a resident for 18 years. I'm married to my wife, Susan. We have two sons, Benjamin, who's 15 and a freshman to high school, Isaac, who's 13 and a seventh grader at the middle school. I'm running for school board because I see a few changes that we should be making. I also see the good work that the school board has done. In particular, for me, one is trying to get back STEAM into the elementary schools. That's science, technology, engineering, art, and mathematics. We did have a science, a STEM grant from Cargill called the Park Sci that has now run out. And so this year's science is, the way Park Sci worked is that high school science teachers would come down to elementary schools and teach science. And we don't have that this year. I'm hopeful we can get that back next year or two. I think that's very important in the future of our world as well as presently right now. But you can't have function without form. And so I think arts is also important to what we do in the world around us to make it more beautiful. Secondly, I want to talk about the achievement gap that we see going on in St. Louis Park. It's still quite wide from what I can tell. But in addition, I think we need to offer opportunities. We need to make sure everyone reaches their potential of our higher achieving students. Whether we're concerned to be average or higher average, everyone should meet their potential. That's really one of our core values that we have now in the school board strategic plan, is the intrinsic value that all of us have. Finally, I talked about the Park Sci grant that we have. I think we should look at having a grant writer part-time to help us look at grants again. Although we have a levy in place, and although we get money from the state, it's still not quite enough money to meet all our needs, actually. In particular, we've had two grants that have been successful. The Park Sci, that was the science grant from Cargill. So is BAR, the Building Assets Reducing Risks that we have at the high school. That was a federal grant. I think we need to look at trying to get grants back into the community again, trying to expand our offerings to people. It's important that overall that when kids graduate from high school, they are going to be successful in their world. Thank you.